Alright everyone, so now we know that how basically we can call API using Saga, and also we are getting the response back to our reducer. Now what we have to do, we have to get this data from reducer to our component. So for that, what we have to do, we have to go in this index, and here I already told you about the use selector hook. Now this use selector is basically will give you the updated state from your Redux store. What you have to do basically, if I just log here, for example, use selector, now this will take a state property and it will return the updated state. You can see that the selector is called with the stored state. Now it will give you the state back, and if I just log this and let's see what we are getting, you can see that in this object we are getting add nodes reducer, and in this add node reducer what we are getting success true and false failed as false, and this is very clear now. So whatever state we are given here, with the updated state, whatever functionality we have done here, or basically we are getting the data back from Saga in this index, or basically in our component. If we use this particular selector, we will get the updated state back. And to use this one, this is very simple. So this will be const and the state value. So in our case, the state we want to access that whether successful or not, so we have to take this success key because this is the name we have given. So this will be success will be equal to use selector, it will take the state parameter and this will return state dot. You see that this is the object, and what you have to give, you have to give this particular reducer name. So this is object, so this will be state dot add node reducer. If we have 100 reducers, for example list reducer, so that will be state dot list reducer. Alright, so I'll just copy this. So now this will be dot add nodes reducer, and this is done. So if I now log this success here, and let's save this and let's see what we're getting true, and let's check one. So I'll add another one, so another note added. So I'll just click here add note, and you can see that we are getting true. And if I just go here, and you'll see that we have already added another note here. So that's it. So now basically what we have to do here, I will take another method, so that will be a use effect method. So now if we already know that how use effect works, so this is basically to handle any kind of side effects. So now I want to check this success, so this will be my dependency, and also we have to import from React. All right, so now what I want to check, if success is true, that means do the following. First we have to reset that form, and to reset that form, what we have to do, we have to take this method and we have to make the value as empty. So this will be set nodes name, this will be empty, and let's save and let's check what we are getting. All right, now let's add another one, for example working every day, and let's add this note. All right, we are getting true back, but this is not getting resetted. Oh, all right, I know what is the reason, because we haven't passed the value parameter here. So we have to pass this value as this to do name, I think, sorry, the note name. Yeah. All right, now let's check what we are getting. So if I now go back and refresh this page, and let's give some, for example, sleeping at 10, and if I just add this note, see that now this is getting resetted. And if I just go back, and I think we have already added that particular here, so this is now getting added. I think this is done. So that's all about this. Now what else we have to do, I think let's do one thing, let's add some disable property here. So for example, until unless they will enter something, this button will be disabled, and I think that is very easy to do. What we can do, we can give some disable property here, and what we want to check, if this notes name dot trim, if this is equal to empty, then only it will be disabled. So let's go back, and I think this is now disabled. So to make this one correct, we have to go to this style, and then let's copy this part and let's add one property here. So this will be opacity is 0.65, and when we have to give this, whenever this button will be disabled. That's it. Now let's save this. All right, see now the button is now disabled. And also let's do one thing, let's make the cursor as not allowed. All right, now let's check whether this is working or not. All right, see now the button is now disabled. So if I just type something, this is now enabled, and this is fine. Now next thing what you have to do, that is very important. So whenever the response will be successful, this success will be true. So if I just go to our reducer, so here this will be true. So now we have to reset this particular state. So every time this will be true, we have to make this one as false, or else it will not work. And to make that, what we can do, we have to go to this index, and here we'll do certain functionality. So the first thing what we will be doing here, so resetting the form value, and this is completed, so that we already done. Then once the API is successful, we want to navigate to list page, so this we have to do, and also reset success action as false again. All right, so the first thing is the navigate to list page. How we can do that? So we have to import use navigate from React router DOM, and then we'll take here const navigate. This will be equal to use navigate. Now this is a method. Now what we have to do, we have to take this navigate here, and we'll just pass the path. So now it will go to the home page, right? And the next thing is that we have to just reset that particular action. And how we can do that? So this is the action name, and this will take this particular success value. So to make this one false, every time that will be true, so that next time it will work. Or else if we don't reset that one from true to false, it will be true all the time. I hope you are getting my point. So now what you have to do, you have to take this dispatch, and this will be init save not successful, and this will be false. So that means every time this will be true, we are just moving that one to home page, and then we're making that one to false. Now let's save this, and let's check everything is working or not. So I'll check here newly added note. Once I'll hit enter, once this will be successful, this is going to the list page. And if I just go back, this is now resetted. So I'll check another one, check another note. I'll click here add note. This is going to the home page, and if I just go back, this is now resetted. Now everything is fine, and this is really cool. And if I just go back, you can see that this one you have already created. All right, now in the next video, what we have to do basically, so for now in this note list page, we are getting this is dummy data. So whatever notes we have created till now, we have to render those here, and every time we have created a new note, that should be automatically added here, and we have to render that. Let's do that in the next video.